Good morning, people. I just landed in your town.
Welcome to the podcast. I would like you to get out of our dreams and into our car. Hashtag just saying. That came up on my Spotify today. And I was like, oh, Billy Ocean.
Nice.
Billy Ocean.
Happy Friday the 13th, people.
I was actually going to wait and see how long... I was actually going to wait and see how long we would go before we mentioned that Sean's wearing a Jason mask for the show. Probably not for the duration. I don't care if you wear it for the duration, but...
Maybe half the show.
Half the show? Okay. So if you want to see what's going on with that, you can check out the YouTube channel. The podcast video will be up there. So we also have little location videos up there. We plug it every week. I'm plugging it again. We're on the Instagram. I'm just going to get all the plugs out of the way. We're on the Instagram. Check us out on Instagram. Hashtag just saying. We post all kinds of stuff. Behind the scenes stuff. It's great. We're on the friend book.
Friend book us.
You can friend book us. Let's see. We're on the Twitter.
Tweet us.
You can tweet at us. There you go. It's all out of the way now.
If you don't, I'll be after you. It's coming to my neck of the woods.
Great. That's what I was talking to someone the other day, and because they're like, oh no, it's Friday the 13th, this Friday, and people like panic.
Yeah.
And I never understood that, and I said to this person, I says, gee willikers. I said, what came first, I wonder? Was it just the fear of Friday the 13th, or was it the Friday the 13th movie and then everybody was like, oh, it's Friday the 13th? And the popular consensus just seemed to be that people don't like the number 13.
They say it's so unlucky.
They do. I mean, I have just as much luck on Friday the 13th as I do every other goddamn day of the month.
Well, you'd definitely be unlucky if you come to Camp Crystal Lake.
You know what? If we had, thought ahead, as people do, but not us...
No.
We probably could have done some weird Instagram video where it was like I was interviewing Jason. So who's your favorite teenager to kill, Jason? And why do you kill them when they're having sex?
Because I'm not getting any.
Shouldn't you at least be kind and wait till they're done?
No.
What a dick move.
Yes.
Everybody else is getting laid. Here's a machete up your ass. Enjoy that.
That's what you get for getting some.
Didn't in one, or am I just imagining it? Didn't in one movie he actually stabbed the guy through the mattress? I feel like he did.
Through the mattress?
Yeah, didn't he stab him through the mattress?
Yes.
Ah ha ha! See? He didn't even get off the bed. It's like kapow. That's messed up. That's messed up. You wouldn't even let the kid get up out of bed.
Nope.
Although, I guess if you're gonna die, dying in beds.
If you're gonna die, the best way to go is to have sex.
I mean, I guess.
Die while you're having sex.
I guess.
See, I'm doing them a favor.
Doing them a favor. They die doing what they love.
Yes.
See, damn teenagers. Just sick. Now, I know so little about the whole franchise. So, here's my thing with that. So, all of the people at Crystal Lake, are they supposed to be counselors, or are they just drunk, horny teenagers that go up to this abandoned camp?
Starts off with they're supposed to be counselors.
Okay, because I gotta tell you, in all of the things from Friday the 13th that I've ever seen, I've never seen any children at this camp.
There's one.
There is one?
Mm-hmm. About 6.
we had to wait till the 6th movie to say maybe we should put some kids in here?
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Huh?
Part 6 has kids.
Wow. Do any of the kids die?
Nope.
Okay. I didn't think so. It's the same reason, I'm sure, why, because in the Grand Theft Auto games, they never put kids or animals in it. They finally put an animal in number 5, but in some parts he's playable, but you can't, really, like, do anything with him. Because they don't want people to... Basically, without being cruel, but there's no way around it, they don't want people to shoot animals and kids in a video game. So, I mean, I figured it was the same thing with the movie. It's like they don't want to show kids being, you know...
Kids?
Yeah. I mean, they don't want to show that.
I don't see any animal get killed.
No, that really, really ruins it for me.
Yeah, me too.
But I always said that if, like, that's the easiest thing to do if you have, like, somebody that you're trying to get across as a bad person or, like, an evil character. Mm-hmm. It's, like, the quickest thing to get the audience, like, off of his side and, like, to hate him is to show him, like, hurting an animal.
Look at Mike Myers.
What? Must I?
In Halloween, there's a scene where a German Shepherd goes out of the house.
Oh, God.
Walks over to him, starts barking at him. Then they cut away, and then they cut back, and you just see the lower half of the dog hanging because he's strangling him.
Oh, not good.
Or, like, snapping his neck or something.
Not cool.
I hate that. I always jump over that scene. Yeah.
I'd much rather see him killing, like, Jamie Lee Curtis.
He's going to have another shot from where we
I was going to say, they've actually confirmed another Halloween movie, and she's going to do it.
She's better.
How many of those have they had officially? I want to say there's been at least 8. Have there been 8?
I'm picturing my little library on the shelf here.
Sean's picturing his DVD collection. I don't know. He's still counting. I can hear him. And I'm in the.
I want to say 8. Part 3 had nothing to do with him.
Wait, what?
Part 3.
Yeah.
Halloween.
Yeah.
Had nothing to do with Mike Myers at all.
Really?
Yep.
What did it have to do with?
Some stupid thing with this invention that goes on top of TVs, and then they control your mind and takes over.
What?
Yeah, it was really, really stupid.
That sounds stupid.
They should have called me over at Camp Crystal Lake to take care of the situation. Bungholes.
He's like, I could pull double duty. It's really not that bad for me.
Crossovers are pretty cool.
Sometimes, yes. I was laughing my ass off. I saw this t-shirt today, right? And I was going to take a picture of it and send it to you. It was Monday through Friday, and it had little screens. So the first Monday is Jason, and he looks really sad. And the next,
we all are.
And the next thing is Tuesday, and he's like looking at his knife, like, And of course the next one is Wednesday, and he's like got his arms folded, like, And the next one is Thursday, and he's looking just a little more excited. And the next one is Friday, and he's like running with his little machete. It's so cute. He's like, yay!
Well, that's how I feel today. Yay.
Yay. Oh, boy.
I get to go back and kill people after the show.
Running through the fields. I hate that. I hate that.
That's my theme.
That's my jam. That's my jam. Pump it up.
That's when you know I'm around.
Puff Daddy remix. I did my little dance. We went to we got a pre-show dinner. And now, you guys, I don't know if you guys know about this. I mean, a lot of you listen from all over the place, and we love that.
Yay.
I don't know if you guys know, but McDonald's now has these buttermilk tender things, the chicken tenders, right?
Right.
Now, I saved up, I didn't eat all day, I saved up all my calories for these chicken tender things, right? So, now last week I tried to obtain some. Last week I tried to obtain some and they were sold out. And you were telling me that you tried to hook some up and they were sold out at the McDonald's you went to as well.
Oh, I didn't try to get them, but I did end up going to 3 different McDonald's within the week.
Yeah.
And all 3 had a little sign on the speaker, or right next to it, saying that they were all out.
Now,
near a sign that says that they're new.
Now, I'm sorry, but I'm one of those people, it's like, okay, these must have to be really, like, bomb to be sold out so often from every location.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So we went today. And I said, you know what? In my mind, I'm like, I'm just going to get a little burger and that's going to be my day. And then I said, if they have the chicken, I have to do it. Right? So we get up to the little speakers. And I said, do you guys have any of the chicken? She goes, yeah, we do. Doing it! I was like, I'm doing this.
She did a dance.
I did a little dance, and I was like, and then I was like, so I placed my order, and then I placed Sean's order, and we drove, we could only drive so much, because of course there's a whole line. But,
and 2 sides.
And yeah, it's
2 speakers.
Yeah,
side by side.
it's a double drive-through thing, which never works out well. I don't know why they do it. But, so I did this.
In a way, it's a stupid idea.
It is a stupid idea.
Because accidents probably happened.
They get confused, and I'm like, So, so I had done a little victory dance. Like, And then I looked at Sean and I said, I wonder if she, like, there's a camera, and she saw me totally do my victory dance for the chicken tenders. And he's like, I don't know, I hope so. He's like, you can do it at the window when you get your order. And then I said, no, I don't think so. But she was ringing me up, and then she goes, you got the last of the chicken. And I went, yes! I was like, no more chicken for anybody else but me.
See?
Take that.
Limited.
Now, here's the thing. Right? And this was the thing that probably excited me most about this whole thing. Right? Is the sauce that you can get for these chicken tender things is honey. That's right, people. Honey. Honey. You guys remember, if you're as old as we may be, that way back when you could get chicken nuggets with a honey sauce.
Yes.
Yes, you could, and it was good. And I don't know why they stopped doing it. Maybe because they found out we liked it.
Yes.
I hate that. I had a conversation with somebody the other day who was like, oh, I remember that. I used to love that. Way to go. So, whoa, they found out we liked it. It's like, as soon as you, like, fall in love with a product, they're like, nah, we're taking that away.
Yep.
Like, come on, man. So, I was all excited because you could get honey with it. So, I ordered honey with it. Honey. Aw, honey. And, son of a bitch,
huh?
they gave me honey mustard. And I was so angry because I'm like, ooh, I don't like honey mustard. Ugh.
Be a little more specific about your honey.
I should have just been like, not honey mustard, honey. Honey?
Honey? Have you
Honey?
seen the dog?
Honey?
Honey?
But, so but if you want my critique, they were okay. I don't know why they're as popular as they are. I mean, but they're just okay.
She got her fix now. So next time they're not there, she's all right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I need to get it. I'm good.
You just wanted to try it.
I did. I wanted to try it because it keeps selling out, so I want to know. And then I got the last of it, and that made me feel good. So I was like, ooh.
Well, that's a great feeling.
Oh, yeah. I was like, yeah, let's do it.
You got like 5:15. That means the rest of the night, no one else gets any.
And they're open 24/7. Sean. So,
you jerks.
So nobody else is getting any chicken today. I'm sorry. At least not at that location.
No.
You know? Drive around.
Now they can go out and put out that sign.
I know. Somebody's going to have to go out and put that sign up. Or the poor girl's going to be like, somebody's like, oh, do you guys have the chicken? Sorry, just sold out. Although, you know what? I'm not so enamored with it that if somebody had, like, flagged me down, be like, I'll give you $20 for your chicken, I would have, yes, take my chicken. Absolutely. I would have sold my chicken. I would have sold my chicken on the street corner for $50.
And you just go back and get some nuggets.
Yeah. I wonder, like, if now that they have the sauce there, if you ordered nuggets and asked for honey from the tenders, would they give it to you because they have it on hand?
Maybe.
I'm guessing not. They're very, very stingy with their sauces.
It's not all they're stingy with.
They gave me that. Now, I ordered like a pack of, what is it, like a pack of 4 or 6 or whatever.
6.
They gave me like 2. They gave me 2 sauces. And it's not like they're like that. I mean, yeah, they're like this big. They're very petite.
It's like when you get a 20-piece chicken nugget. They give you 3 packets. They give you 3 packets.
Sean ought to know.
Well, a lot of times with the 20, Tab and I would get it to split.
Yeah.
And they only give you like 3.
That's like
good thing we save. Because we got all the packets in the fridge.
Thank God I hoard sauces at home. Because you shits aren't giving me anything to deal with here.
It's like the cheese. You just hoard your government cheese in there.
Okay. All right. I now have a brilliant idea. Here's my brilliant idea. Now, when you order something with extra cheese, they charge you 30 cents for the extra cheese. Well, around 30 cents. I think it varies from place to place.
If you go to the Quincy one across from where I work,
yeah,
50 cents.
Oh.
Bastards. But yeah.
Well, inflation in Quincy.
There's a lot.
So, you're talking between 30 and 50 cents,
yep.
Whatever. How about like 10 cents every extra packet?
Mm-hmm.
I'll pay that. 10
cents, a quarter. That's good for a slice of cheese.
We can make it an even 25 cents.
Especially when I order it, I pay for it,
yeah.
I leave, and I either get home or I get to work or wherever.
Yeah.
And I check it. Nope, no cheese.
That is the worst.
Yep.
That's the worst because you're already home. It sucks. I hate that. Or it's like you get something from someplace and then you get home and you realize like, oh, they forgot it or they fucked it up or whatever.
Happened to me last week.
Yeah. Now, are you... Because there are several different types of people in this situation. Some people just say, forget it, it's a loss.
Nope.
Some people call and some people go back. So are you I'm at a loss, a call guy, or I'm going back?
If I'm near it, I'll turn right around and go back.
Oh.
If I'm already home, I'll just go in the fridge and get cheese.
Okay.
I'll put my own slices in there, as many as I want. Luckily, last week when this happened to me,
yeah,
I had the same cheese. It's the orange or the yellow.
Oh, okay.
Whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I had the same cheese, so that made it a lot better. And I put 2 slices in there. McChicken with double cheese, baby.
Oh, Lord. So, but like my husband is I'm going to call angrily guy. I
have called before, though.
And he will call and he will ask for a manager and he will light them up. You know, what the hell? Blah, 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 blah.
Well, I've lit up on their managers a few times.
Yeah.
And I've called the number that's on the windows.
Okay.
You know, the ones that actually manage the place.
Now, it takes a lot for me. I actually, there's a brick oven pizzeria around the East Coast. I won't say the name of it. Now, I don't have a problem going there, but at one point, this was the same company that back in December, I think it was not last year, but the year prior,
Richard Pryor
had stolen my credit card information, and somebody bought like $40 worth of food at this place. Yeah, and then they ended up locking my card down. Well, I mean, they vehemently denied it, and then they said that they went back over receipts. They couldn't find anything. Like this whole thing, I'm like, oh, okay, so somebody's in on it. All right, so I'll still eat there, but I refuse to pay.
Mm-hmm.
So, Jay has to pay if we go there.
Jay has to pay.
Jay's got to pay. Pay up, Jay. So, we've been getting food from there. We don't get food from there very often. They habitually have been screwing it up. Habitually, it's like, he'll ask for something and they'll do the complete opposite of what he asked for, or they'll forget stuff, just crazy stuff. So, I ended up writing. Now, I am a write to corporate person, if I'm angry enough.
The best place to write.
So I will write to corporate, and I ended up writing to corporate.
Punish these assholes.
And about this, because I have no problem waiting. If I place an order for takeout and they say it's going to be like 40 minutes,
Ooh.
That's if it's food that I really want, I'll wait.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I gotta really want it though. Mm-hmm. So so we place an order. They say it's going to be about 20-25 minutes. Okay. By the time we get there, it's almost a half an hour, so it should be ready. You would think. So Jay goes in to get it, and he's waiting another 20 to 25 minutes, and I'm just losing my shit. And I'm like, if it's going to be 45 minutes, tell me it's going to be 45 minutes.
Right.
Then at least I know. Don't tell me it's like 20 minutes. So he came back to the car and he was steaming. And I was like, I said, what I think happened is they literally forgot your order and then just fired up and cooked while you were waiting. And he's like, son of a bitch. So I wrote to corporate and I said, I have no problem waiting. Just, be honest with your wait times and blah, blah, blah. And they kept him waiting in the thing and all this other stuff. And then they forgot, rolls and all this other stuff. So
they suck.
So they ended up.
They need to see this face in there.
They called me back, but I was at work, so I couldn't take the call. They ended up sending me a gift certificate, right?
Right.
So a few weeks ago, I looked at Jay and I said, well, why don't we use this gift certificate? We'll save some money. But when we won't go to that location, we'll go to a different location because I don't trust them anymore.
Right.
Right? Because that's what I do. I'm a boycotter. I'm a big boycotter. Like,
I don't want to go back.
Yeah, like, if you fuck up my order, like, I'm not going to call and I'm not going to come back and have you fix it, whatever. I'm just never coming back. The only reason I wrote to corporate is because Jay was really steamed about it. And I'm like, okay. So I wrote to them. So I said, let's go to a different location. The exact same thing happened.
Oh.
And he was waiting another 35 minutes at least.
Ouch.
So I was like, done. So he came out, he handed me the gift certificate, I threw it in my car, and I was like, okay. And he said, are you going to write corporate again? I said, no, I'm just not going to go back. So he's like, oh, because he likes the place. So he was all conflicted, but he was so angry. And then he ended up calling, and he said, I was waiting in your lobby for like 40 minutes, and you didn't even acknowledge me, and then you said it's going to be another 20 whatever minutes, and blah, blah, blah. And she goes, well, we're really busy.
Really?
like, okay, I get that you're busy, but when it's an hour and a half.
Because part of the busyness is my order.
Thank you. Exactly.
I'm the reason why you're busy.
Yes, I'm keeping you busy.
There you go.
Don't go too low, because, don't go too low, So,
How low can you go?
So he was asking me, was it Monday? whatever holiday. Yeah, it was Monday because it was holiday.
Monday, happy days.
Yeah, because Monday was a holiday. So we had, what was that? Columbus Day. So he goes, do you want to get food from this place? We'll use the thing. And I said, nope. And I was like, yeah, I'm not even going to do that. So he actually got that without me, which is fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. I was like, I'll have something here. And he's like, all right. I'm getting it, though. All right, well, good luck. I guess there really wasn't that much of an issue. So it was fine.
Okay.
But I'm very distrustful of them now. My faith in them is shaken.
Well, customer service pretty much everywhere now sucks.
Yes.
Because you got the much younger generation that's working there, and they don't really give a crap. And they don't really give a crap because they're upset while they're working because they can't hold the damn phones in their hands.
Oh, gosh, Sean, like, in the past week, Sean has been like the cranky old man. He's been cranky old man.
Wait till you see our shoot from last week.
Last Saturday. Oh, wait. Yeah, you know, we'll talk about this real quick, and then we'll go into the other thing. So, real quick, Sean and I went to do a location shoot. We started out the day with high hopes in Plymouth. Okay? High hopes from a distance. We found what looked like a really cool building we were going to explore. We circled the whole thing. There was one security guy. He looked like he was napping in a corner. But I think that was his whole ruse. Mm-hmm. We find a place to park. We start walking. The guy comes out of nowhere.
Yep.
And we got busted for the first time. And what, like a year we've been doing this? This is our first time getting busted.
Yep.
And it has to be by fucking
50-something-year-old.
This guy. Fall Guy comes up to us. Fucking Lee Majors comes running up to us with his busted leg.
And I try to tell him that we are shooting for a podcast and we go to abandoned places. And he comes back with this rude-ass remark saying, well, you're not doing this one.
Yeah. We're not doing that here. And then,
we have it on video.
Yeah, I'm going to post up the video. And then he says that, what the hell did he say? He said something like, he was trying to tell us we couldn't even take photos of it.
Yeah, that was the first thing he said when he was walking towards us. Excuse me, you can't take photos. You can't shoot video. What the hell we can't? It's a God-given right. We can.
Sean, it's America. Bam!
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah,
we can take pictures if we want.
He was it was weird because he was kind of a dick, but then toward the end he was actually like okay about it. Not about us doing anything, but
just in general. Yeah,
just in general he kind of flipped, and I think because we weren't busting his balls, he was just like, okay. And
we weren't there causing you havoc or...
No, I'm not out to get arrested. But that was what I told Jay. We got home. He came home from work. I was like, honey, I was almost arrested. He's like, what? I said, yeah, we got caught. He's like, no!
Yes.
I said, yeah. It was rough. He chased us down. We almost got tased. He's like, oh my God.
Well, I have that part on video, but
yeah.
First part of it, I'm shooting down. I'm trying to be respectful, not getting him on camera in case he didn't want to be. But you do see him for a second or two here and there, and then I thought I closed the camera, and I thought I hit stop, but I didn't. So all the way back to the car, you can hear us all talking. And you also get to see my feet.
Yeah, you see Sean's feet.
My feet, my pants.
Your jacket, or your pants or something. It's kind of funny. So we started out the day getting busted, so that wasn't very fun.
No, that was a shitty start.
Then we went to this place in Situate, Mass, which is supposed to be this haunted mill thing.
Mordecai Lincoln Mill.
It's so... I don't know.
You probably have to be there at night.
I mean, if you're driving by it, you can point at it. Woo! Look at it go!
It's like a small shack.
It's really not anything, I thought it was a little bit bigger. I thought...
Everything looks bigger on TV.
I don't know. Hey. I don't know what I thought it was going to be, but it was nothing. And there's nowhere to park. So I literally had to drop Sean off so he could film.
Yep.
Because one of us had to, stay driving around the fucking neighborhood. So I look like I should have had your mask on. I should have just drove around with your mask on.
Today's the best day to do that.
That would have been hilarious.
I wish I had this when we got dinner.
We would have freaked them out.
That would have been cool if this was in my car.
That would have freaked them out. They're like, oh, here's your change. Damn right.
I said it's free.
My machete says I'm not paying today.
Both my machetes say I'm not paying.
So...
This is not the car you want to charge.
So...
Yeah, there's two places where you could have parked, but one's being used for like a driveway.
Yeah.
And another one at the other end of the road.
Mm-hmm.
There's a sign saying no parking.
To the end. Sorry. Yeah, there's nowhere to park. It's a, what do you call that? Residential area.
Yep.
If you just stop your car, you're literally in front of someone's driveway because everything's so close together. So I dropped him off, drove to the end of the street, circled around, came back, and just kept driving around. And then finally I just stopped, and I said, I'm just going to park here, and then when people come, I'll just kind of scoot out of the way. And
it was a good spot.
It was decent. I mean, I was kind of in the woods a little bit. I got over as far as I could. Luckily, there wasn't a ton of car traffic. I saw more. It
seemed like it when I was videotaping and trying to record audio.
I know it did, but there really wasn't a lot. There was more actually.
You'll find out when you see and hear it.
Yeah. There was actually more joggers than anything else.
Yeah, I remember 3 of them going by.
Yeah, there was a lot of them.
I think there's some kind of a race nearby. Road race.
Race to the mill!
Get away from me.
Yeah. So, that was...
20 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, so that was kind of... I don't want to say disappointing, but...
It's one of those things where you gotta be the type that wants to go there at night.
I guess. I mean, I don't see anything special about it. So...
It's supposed to have a haunting of a young girl that drowned in the pond, a lake nearby, and that's the ghostly part about it.
And I'm sure no neighbors would call the police at all if they saw people walking around at night.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. So, we decided to end the day going back up to Fort Revere.
Yay.
Actually, Fort Revere was the best part of the day.
Yes.
I thought.
Yes.
We got there, the last time we had filmed there was one of our first shoots last year, and it was around the 4th of July. And the only reason I know that is because you sang the national anthem as you walked past the flag.
Oh, say, can you see?
Yeah, you did a whole flag thing.
Yeah. Fun with flags.
Fun with flags! Yay. So,
Bang.
But what was cool about that is the last time we had been there, it was the middle of summer.
Oh, that's
and it was hot, and there was 1 million people there.
Yeah, that sucked.
And it was one of our first shoots, so we didn't have flashlights. I didn't have...
You were so unprepared.
I didn't have the camera adapter that I have now, so my phone literally junked out after...
10 minutes?
I maybe got 10 minutes filmed, and then it was my phone. So it was just a mess. So it was great to go back and have the ability to actually film, and we had flashlights, and we were all prepared.
Almost. I had a cool flashlight, and I forgot to put another battery in it. So I thought maybe it just died in my bag, but I didn't check the batteries.
That was really fun.
There's two out of 3 batteries inside the light. I forgot to put the other one in. I took it out so it wouldn't die in my bag.
I'm really hoping I don't remember if I have that on film or not. I really hope that I do. Because Sean literally pulled out his light, and you hear the click, click, as he's trying to turn on his click, 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 click.
You can hear it from my video.
And he goes, oh, come on. And it was so funny. Because he was like, my light is dead.
I was so excited that this very bright light that I got at Five Below for $5.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
And it was dead. Well, it didn't have the battery in it.
Right.
So, that was kind of funny.
But.
Yeah.
It was a good experience in the fort this time.
Well.
She heard something.
Well, it was weird.
I caught something.
Yeah, it was very weird. I mean, it was great because what I was saying before is in contrast to when we went last summer and there was 1 million people, this time there were very little people. Not like they were short. There weren't a lot of people there.
Like 2 or 3 people at one time.
Yeah.
For maybe a 10-minute span.
Mm-hmm. And then
they left and all of a sudden another 2 people show up.
Right. And then they just show up and then they'd stay for about 10 minutes and then, okay, and then they'd leave.
Well, basically, we had the place to ourselves almost.
Yeah, a lot of the time, yeah. So, okay. So I'm going to preface the story by reminding everybody that I am indeed a skeptic, all right? So, this place, I don't know about this place. we split up. We split up the last time that we were there.
Unintentionally.
I think the split up makes the footage funnier, but that's just me. So we had split up, and Sean, I had no idea what Sean was. Now, we had a running gag a little bit throughout the day where we'd be, whenever we would cross paths, Sean would like poke his head around a corner and try to scare me. And it was not like he was trying to scare me. It would just be like, hey, boo. It wasn't, like he was trying to freak me out or anything. But, so,
Peekaboo.
so yeah, it would just be a little peekaboo kind of thing. And so we had split up. So I was walking past on the outside and I heard footsteps. Because on the inside of these bunkers, thank you, there's a lot of gravel and like some broken glass. It's very difficult to tiptoe, to not be heard, right? So I was walking outside and I heard footsteps, like crunch, crunch, crunch on the inside. And I said, oh, that's Sean. That's Sean and I'm going to get him, right? So I go inside and there's nobody in there. And I went, what the fuck? Because I literally heard like the crunch, crunch, crunch. And I went, oh boy. So my next thing,
quiet in there.
It's you can't be quiet in there. So I looked, and they're not huge. So I mean, I scuttled all around, and I didn't see anybody. So I said, okay. I tried to find him, and I couldn't find him. So I went back in the building, and I said, well, I'm going to sit still for a few minutes and see if it happens again. And I heard a noise. I don't know what the heck it was. When I first heard it, it sounded like leaves. When I hear it on playback, I don't know what it is. So...
the leaves left.
Yeah, it's something is being blown by the wind. It just sounds weird. So I said, okay. I said, there's something not right. So I said, well, Sean has a digital recorder. So I said, I'll find him, tell him what I heard, and then we can both go in there with the digital recorder and see if we can hear it again. So now it took me 10 minutes to find him because I didn't know where he was. So I finally find him.
About 2 bunkers away outside in the corner.
Finally. So I explained what happened. I was like, this happened. I was like, I'd like to go back with the digital recorder. Both of us in the same area so that we know it's not the other person. I said, and maybe try again. So he's like, great, let's do it. So we go over there, and now the rooms are separated by 2 doorways, and they're pretty open. So I stood in one room, and he stood in another.
One's really dark, and one's a little bit lighter.
Yeah. I was waiting for you to finish.
Oh. So, she was in the dark room, I was in the lighter room.
Yep.
And I had my digital recorder in my left hand, outward like this, and then over here I was holding the video camera towards a wall. Mm-hmm. And I was asking questions or whatever it is to make itself known or give us some kind of a sign or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And about a minute or so later, right in front of the camera, kind of like underneath the... And then all of a sudden you just see it kind of shoot towards me as if it was going past me.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see that at the time, but you can see it on the video.
Yes, you can.
But I didn't hear anything, though.
So that was kind of weird. And then he was in one room, I was in the other, and we were both kind of narrating. And then my backpack made a scuffle noise on the wall. So I said, "Oh, that was my backpack," because I wanted to make sure when I listened to it in playback that I didn't think it was something else. So I was trying to mark stuff as best I could as it happened. So I hear Sean in the other room, and he's, "Oh, Tara, da, da, da." So I poked my head, and I was like, I heard my name. And he said, "Yeah, I just said, you were tagging your stuff. Good for you." So then I start walking toward him, and we hear what sounds like a glass bottle or something.
Like it was kind of nudged or kicked with your foot.
Like it sounded like it was being thrown at us. So I froze.
I thought it was like a pipe or something.
It happened so quick. And I froze. And I was like, "Oh my God," because I thought somebody threw something at us. And he goes, Did you just kick something? I said, "No, there's nothing on the floor. I didn't kick anything."
It sounded like it was right in front of us.
Yeah. And he goes, "Oh, because I thought you kicked something." I was like, and I panned down on the camera. I'm like, "Dude, there's nothing on the floor. I didn't kick anything."
Just broken glass and sticks.
Yeah, but, so we were like, okay. So the two of us then spent like 15 minutes trying to find what had been either thrown or dropped or whatever, and we couldn't find it. It was just very strange.
We didn't find it, and we didn't find anybody around it.
No, we didn't.
Around the bunker.
No.
Now, at one point we were looking, and I thought I heard a male voice outside or maybe down the hallway. Mm-hmm. And I told her, "Oh, we might be debunking this because I heard voices over there." Mm-hmm. And we went through the building to the other side. Mm-hmm. We didn't see anybody.
No.
You can hear the voice.
Yeah.
Because my camera's got that real sensitive mic.
Yeah. It was very strange. It was a strange day.
But it wasn't hot and it wasn't crowded.
I was warm.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I had my backpack
as the day was
me.
going on, it was getting warmer.
Yeah, it did heat up.
It wasn't hot like when we first shot.
No. I just remember like at the end of the day, I couldn't wait to get back to the car for AC. So it had heated up pretty well by the time we were leaving. It was like 1 o'clock around there. So I was like, "Oh, I'm so hot. Where's my tea? I just want my tea."
And I did a little pan shot because I kept saying bunker 1, bunker 3, bunker 4.
Yeah.
So I did a little pan shot for the end of the show. Right to left. This is bunker 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right.
So you know which ones I was referring to.
So, one last thing, which I thought was really funny before we break into this. So the last thing is they have people have spray painted and they've kind of vandalized it, which drives me crazy. But so the town of Hull, which is where this is, they have spent a lot of money repainting this fort. And it's not that great a paint job.
No, it's a lot better.
It does look better, but it literally looks like somebody just said, "I'm just going to paint where the paint is." So, I'll just paint where the paint is. And he just painted. So there's splotches everywhere. Mm-hmm. I think it would have looked better if they had done one cohesive paint job.
That would have been nice.
It would have cost them just as much. Mm-hmm. And it would have looked neater. So,
I wonder how much help they had.
I would have done that. Give me a spray thing. Spray paint? Mm-hmm. Not spray paint, but a paint sprayer?
Yeah, like a spray gun.
I get in there and do it. What the hell?
Yeah.
So what the vandals have done instead is they've decided to...
Goddamn vandals.
They've decided to spray paint and tag the inside of the bunkers. Like, nobody's going to notice that.
No.
So there was one bunker that had they had 3 things to spray paint. It was the colors pink, a turquoise blue, and a red.
Yep.
Yes, because I saw it on the footage. I was like, that's the colors. And there was a guy there with his dog, what we saw near the end of our day. He stole the spray paint.
2 out of the 3.
And he only took 2 out of 3 colors.
He left the pink.
I don't know. I think that's a little biased. I think, why didn't he just take the pink too?
Right.
He's already taken. Now, we were going back and forth, and he said, oh, he was stealing. It was like, oh, did he come back for the spray paint? Did he steal somebody's spray paint? Was he trying to stop other people from spray painting? That's why he took it? I don't know. I have a lot of questions that will go unanswered because I'll never see this person again.
Next bunker over, there was a black one just sitting there.
Yeah, and then there was one in the bunker we were in.
Yep.
Because that's the thing, I was trying to recreate the noise, and that's the thing I dropped on the ground. What can I do? What can you do?
It was interesting that she heard something, then we heard something, and I caught something.
Yes, it was strange. So.
Nice.
All right. So we're knee deep now. Knee deep.
I'm stuck.
That's right. So last week we did year in review for our Kickin' It Old School.
Yeah.
Which the music should be playing now, but not if you're on video. So for the Kickin' It Old School segment last week we did 1980. So this week,
guess what?
What do you think?
81.
We're going to do 1981.
Yay!
Okay. Sean?
Yes?
Can you guess?
No.
Yes, you can.
Yay.
Can you guess the average cost of a new home in 1981? Bearing in mind that last week in 1980 was around $68,000.
$225.
$78,200.
Ah, damn it.
The median price of an existing home.
I must be thinking about today's inflation.
Yeah. The price of an existing home. What did I call it last week? Used home? A used home. Previously used.
Pre-owned.
Pre-owned home. $66,400. The average cost of gasoline.
$1.30.
Oh, shit! You are this close, dude. You buy a pube. $1.25.
Oh.
That's right.
Did I say that last week?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I think I might have said $1.25 and you said $1.19.
Read the book.
Check the episode.
Okay. A 19-inch color TV in 1981.
$60.
Oh, God, no. $399.95. A dishwasher, brand new.
$60,000. No.
You have to mortgage a $78,000 home. I'm under mortgage for my dishwasher.
$1, Bob.
$249.95.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, let's get into the real shit here. A pound of plums. My plums!
Are we going by per pound or
per
total?
pound? Per pound. Mm-hmm.
Pound of plums.
And they're not that big. Little plums. He's thinking.
So per pound.
Per pound. Just throw a number at me. Phew. I'll catch it.
30 cents a pound.
Oh, shit! 39 cents.
Ah, poop.
A jar of Miracle Whip would cost you $1.27. A turkey. Guess the price
Gobble gobble.
of a turkey per pound in 1981. Yep. You've been so close on a lot of these. I'm rooting for you. I really am.
180?
No, 55 cents.
Damn.
A pound. God damn. Okay. A brand new Star Wars figure set would cost you $29.99.
Wow.
I'm willing to bet that same set that would cost you $30 would now be worth like $500
At least.
in mint condition.
Maybe more if it's packaged.
Seriously?
Yes.
Oh God. Okay. So here's your current events of 1981. Dun, dun, dun. Iran releases 52 American hostages who had
She
been
ran?
held. They ran so far away. Don't do that to me. Iran releases 52 American hostages who had been held for 444 days.
Wow.
That sucks.
Some family I saw on the news just recently got released
Yeah?
from being hostages for like 5 years.
Oh, Jesus.
A woman, a husband, and 3 kids.
Jesus. In Iran? Or just
Somewhere
out there in general?
Somewhere out there.
Somewhere out there. Was that from American Tail?
I guess.
Right? No? Okay.
I haven't seen that in so long.
That's all right. So, all right. Just trying to get my air traffic controllers go on strike.
Oh,
Strike! They cause chaos in the U.S., and our new president, Ronald Reagan,
The actor?
decides to fire them all.
Ooh, that sounds like a Trump move. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. This is fun. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. I could do this all day. You're fired. You're fucking fired.
I gotta say,
Do you get this? You are fired.
I actually gotta say that's not a bad Trump impression. That's not bad. That's not bad.
You gotta get this in there because he loves doing that.
Does he? I hadn't noticed, but I will now.
Watch any time on the news of him.
Really?
He starts going like this, and then he'll do this.
Really?
And Tab hates it when he does this.
You know why? Because he's an a-hole. Oh, crap on a cracker. All right.
Just for that, you're fired.
Nah, well. You're gonna fire me. I quit! Isn't that the thing right after you get fired? You can't fire me, I quit!
Too late.
I had planned to quit all morning! You just caught me now. Can't fire me, I quit! Fuck you! Okay. So, the first flight of the U.S. Space Shuttle Columbia occurs in 1981. In April of 81, NASA launched the very first space shuttle mission. The Space Shuttle Columbia successfully carried 2 astronauts,
Yay.
Robert Crippen and John Young, into space to complete the inaugural flight of the Space Shuttle program. The purpose of the mission was to test the stability of the new spacecraft and to safely launch the vehicle into space and return it to Earth so that the craft was reusable. The total length of the mission was 2 days, 6 hours, 20 minutes, and 53 seconds.
Ooh. To the T.
That's right. Now this one I found kind of interesting because I didn't know about this one. Okay, and I was alive. Well, I forgot to say the thing at the beginning. If you weren't alive in 1981, don't worry, I'll tell you everything you missed. So in Poland executes martial law. All right? The military leaders of
Not
Poland.
Marshall Mathers?
No, martial law. You know what martial law is? Wait, I'll tell you. The military leaders of Poland declare a state of emergency and place the nation under martial law during December of 81. The government arrested the leaders of the Solidarity Trade Union who had been making progress in what was described as a peaceful resolution up to that point. The move cut off Polish people from the rest of the world and imposed curfews.
Oh.
The United States responded by placing economic sanctions on the country. The authoritarian-led government claimed that the crackdown was necessary to prevent a civil war, but it was more likely used as means to crush political opposition from the Solidarity movement. Martial law was kept in place until July of 83, and many of the political prisoners were not released until 1986.
We'll probably talk more about that when we get to 86.
Yeah, you guys, martial law just basically means like the police and the government can just do whatever they want to you. You're
Oh, kind of like what Trump's doing right now.
Jesus Christ.
He's doing whatever the hell he wants to do.
Let me tell you, I love Anderson Cooper, right? And I watch him every night when I can. And the other night I watched him, and he was so exasperated because Trump... Now, I'm sorry, I don't... Whatever political way you lean, I personally, I don't care.
We
okay?
usually stay out of that.
We do, but this actually made me laugh so hard that Trump actually believes that...
Everything he's saying?
No, it's not just that, dude. It's Trump believes that if Wall Street is doing well, the national debt is getting better.
Sure. Okay.
And Anderson was like, why does it... Why?
How long has the national debt been in jet?
Well, we're like, I don't know, 10 trillion in debt. We will always be in debt. It's like when...
Anybody with a credit card?
It's like when I first was becoming an adult and I got my first credit card and all this other stuff.
See?
My brother-in-law pulled me aside because I was like, I don't want to, I was nervous about, should I get a car, blah, 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 doing all these things. And my brother-in-law looked at me and said, no matter what you do in life, you will always owe somebody money. He's
True.
like, it is impossible to go through life and not owe somebody money. So debt is inevitable, okay?
It's inevitable.
Inevitable. Clean your ear. So there's no way.
God damn it.
I truly believe there's no way that the United States will ever be debt free. We will always owe money. That's just how it works.
Everyday life.
Wall Street. But let me help you in case you're wondering why would Anderson say that? Why is Tara even mentioning it?
Why ask why?
Why? Let me help you because Wall Street. The difference pertaining Wall Street and the national debt is that if Wall Street does well, people who own stocks get rich. Ooh. They make money. Cha-ching. Has nothing to do with national debt. They don't pay any debt from the money that they make. It has absolutely nothing to do with national debt. And the fact that he thinks that it does, and that he's taking credit for it is just, I'm like, what the... I mean, if the national debt is getting better, that's fine, but don't, make the two, they're different things. I don't know how else to say it. They're completely different things.
We gotta get you off this topic.
I should start a political podcast because I have so much going on in my head. There's a lot of heated political discussions around my house around the dinner table.
You don't want to get my parents anywhere started.
Probably not, because I think we are on different ideas. Which is fine. I don't mind, and I actually don't mind talking to people who don't agree with me politically.
Everyone's got their own opinion,
yes.
Their own view.
I respect everything. If you like this person, that's great. If you like this candidate, that's great. Vote your conscience. Vote for whoever. I don't care.
No judgments here.
No, I mean, I don't. Not everybody agrees with me. I don't agree with everybody. So that's just life. But if
you don't agree with me, then you're fired.
I'm like, that's not bad. That's good. I like that.
For all of the impersonations here, you gotta watch the YouTube.
Yeah, he's doing the hand gestures and everything on the channel. So, Ronald Reagan, of course, was the president. He became the president.
Jerry Lewis was vice president.
France had the first high-speed train in Europe, beginning with the French TGV. It was a high-speed train that went between Paris and Lyon.
French.
Bam.
French. Bread.
So
French fries.
in the U.S., we had anti-nuclear protesters invade the Diablo Canyon nuclear reactor in California.
Diablo.
The Diablo. I don't want to hang out someplace called the Diablo Canyon.
Because that's Spanish for the devil.
Yes, it is. No.
Yes.
Jack Grimm announces that he believed he found part of the wreck of the Titanic in the North Atlantic.
Well, he don't know jack shit.
Isn't that the character's name that DiCaprio played? Jack?
Yep.
Jack, I'll never let you go. Whatever the
Well,
hell
she
said.
did.
She did.
She let go of him and he went down.
I think it was Mythbusters who busted the myth like he could have gone on the door.
He could have. They
I don't
could.
know.
They could have snuggled and keep each
They
other
could have
warm.
snuggled. Let's snuggle on this door as we float the Atlantic.
You can keep each other warm until you finally get help.
Yeah.
And his character's name was Jack Dawson.
Okay. Well, this guy's name is Jack Grimm. And he and his researchers did not, in fact, find the location of the wreck, but had passed close by it unknowingly. A joint French-American expedition run by Robert D. Ballard would go on to find the location of the wreck in 1985. I'm sure we'll learn more about that when we hit 1985.
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali finally retires with a career record of 55 wins
Well, it's
and
like-
5 defeats.
Floats like a butterfly, stings like a bee.
It's a me!
Woo!
Oh, okay.
It's a little sting.
It's a sting. Jesus. Oh, I'm like, okay. Peter Sutcliffe, otherwise known as the Yorkshire Ripper, is caught and imprisoned for life for 13 counts of murder. That's in the UK, by the way.
So anybody with even the term Ripper is just a killer? Because you
I
had Jack
guess.
the Ripper.
Pretty much. But Jack the Ripper was also England, was he not?
He was.
Yes, and they never found out who he was.
That sucks.
It does for Scotland Yard, yes.
Yes.
In Greece, an earthquake hits Athens and kills 16 people. Sorry. Well, we're just going downhill now, aren't we?
Anything good happen?
I'll get there, I'm sure. And this isn't good. Well, it depends.
See?
It depends where you stand. In Vatican City, Pope John Paul II is shot on May 13th, but not killed in Vatican City. So on May 13th of 81, Pope John Paul II was shot by would-be assassin. I won't even say his name. The Pope survived the attack, but
Not worth saying.
sustained. I don't think I can pronounce it properly.
Oh.
But sustained gunshot wounds to his left hand, right arm, and abdomen. The motive for the attempted assassination is unknown, although at one point the shooter suggested that the KGB and the country of Bulgaria were behind it. In July of 81, the shooter was sentenced to prison for life in Italy. Soon after shooting Pope John Paul II, publicly stated he had already forgiven the shooter. In 2010, the shooter was released from prison. He was a Turkish national who had been previously convicted of the murder of a journalist in 1979, but he escaped incarceration. Seems to me they should have kept him there,
Yes.
and then the Pope would have had less bullet wounds.
Yes.
That's nasty. I promise I'm going to get to good news.
I hope.
In the
This is
UK,
like a sad
1981.
year.
I'm trying to help you. Lady Di married Prince Charles.
So
A lot of people know that was a big deal for a lot of people. I remember that. People lost their fucking mind about that
yes.
because everybody loved her so much.
Mm-hmm.
So, Sandra Day O'Connor is nominated. She became the first female justice on the U.S. Supreme Court.
Yay!
Let me do the dance. There you go.
Girl power.
In the U.S., the first American test tube baby is born. I want to know where that baby is now. Where's that baby now?
Back in the tube.
Baby now. The introduction of
The
the
dingo
first...
ate the baby.
Maybe the dingo ate your baby. The introduction of the first frequent flyer miles advantage introduced by American Airlines became redeemable for free air travel. Hooray! Oh.
Flying for free.
This is just, I'm like skimming and I'm like, there's no good news for you. Let me go right to technology, the technology and science.
All right.
Science!
Weird science.
Ooh. Scientists finally identify the AIDS virus.
Okay.
I realize that doesn't sound like good news, but
That's when it happened.
But getting a label on something also helps. So once they identify the name, and then they can
What it
dissect
is.
it. Yes.
You get better understanding.
So that was kind of a big deal. The first flight of U.S. Space Shuttle Columbia, we talked about that already. IBM in the U.S. launches its first PC, which uses Microsoft software MS-DOS. Yeah. The term Internet is first mentioned. 1981.
Mentioned.
That's right. The fast-ass Paris train. We already talked about that. China clones the first fish. Because they said, we see your test tube, baby, and we raise you a second fish.
They use fish because that way they have more to eat.
I don't know. Maybe. It was a golden carp. I don't know if you can eat golden carp, but...
I'm sure they ate any fish over there they can get on.
I don't know. I don't know that much about China.
Still dinner time.
Jesus Christ.
It's true.
Okay.
I think they were a big fisherman type country.
I don't know. Well, I believe China's big on their seafood. So...
See?
Food? Artificially produced insulin becomes the world's first genetically engineered protein to treat human disease diabetes.
But you don't hear about that on the news with everybody with diabetes now, do you?
What do you mean?
I don't hear any of that being mentioned on news.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, for pop culture. Yes.
Ooh, this sounds happy.
Finally, right? MTV is launched August 1st of
Yes.
1981.
Back when MTV was good.
Yes, it was. And I have more on that in a few minutes.
Yay!
Simon and Garfunkel reunite for a concert in New York Central Park.
All right.
Mrs. Robin. I'm like desperately searching my head for a fucking Simon and Garfunkel song. Here's to you, Mrs. Okay.
You're fired.
I quit. You can't fire me, sir. I quit.
No, I say you're fired.
You know what I love? Like sometimes you have like you get it sometimes in like a comedy where someone would say, "You're fired," and then the person will be like, "I don't even work here." And then the guy will come back, "Well, then you're hired. Now you're fired." That kind of thing.
They did that in the cartoons a lot.
Yeah.
Something like the type like Simpsons or something.
Well, you're hired, and now you're fired. These are your popular films of 1981. Okay?
Lay it on us.
That's right. Now I have like the top grossing ones, but these are
They're not
just-
really gross. That's just the amount of money they made.
yes, the top grossing. So these are just some popular movies. Raiders of the Lost Ark,
Yeah.
Superman 2,
Yeah.
9 to 5.
Yeah.
I like that movie.
You and your M&M's.
Any Which Way You Can. Arthur,
Ah.
which is I think that's a good movie. That's my mother loved Dudley Moore.
Yeah.
Oh my god. The Cannonball Run, which I literally just watched like 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks.
For Your Eyes Only, which is that's James Bond. It's a really good James Bond movie. On Golden Pond and Chariots of Fire.
Oh.
I just really want to go. Fire. All right.
Fire.
Your Jesus Christ.
Again, you gotta watch the video.
He's killing me with this. He's killing me with the fire. Okay. Your popular musicians of 1981. Okay. John Lennon, obviously because he passed away in December of 80.
They always get more popular afterwards.
They do. Blondie.
Mm-hmm.
Dolly Parton because of 9 to 5. Sheena Easton because of Your Eyes Only. She did the theme song for Your Eyes Only. Sings the shit out of that song. It's very good. Diana Ross and Lionel Richie because they had a duet called
Endless
Endless
Love?
Love. Yes!
Yes.
Go, Sean!
Yeah.
Go, Sean! Olivia Newton-John, physical. That video, I hate that video. Have you ever seen that music video?
Yeah, it's weird.
I hate that video.
She's so thin and she's in a workout outfit and she's surrounded by fat guys and like wife
Yeah.
beaters and
Yeah, I hate that video. I don't like when big people sweat. I don't want to see big people sweat.
let's get physical. Physical.
Okay, Roxy Music, Bucks Fizz, Adam and the Ants, Michael Jackson,
Yeah.
Queen, and David Bowie. Queen and David
Yeah.
Bowie did a song together, so. Okay.
Bowie.
Bowie! So, here are your scandals and odd news of 1981.
This is where we should insert the news theme.
You want the news theme? Maybe I'll play it right now. For these scandals, odd news of 1981. Okay. Pulitzer Prize winning Washington Post reporter Janet Cook made up a story about an 8-year-old heroin addict named Jimmy. He didn't exist, but her pleas that he could have existed didn't stop her from getting in trouble.
Douche.
What would we tell her, Sean?
You're a douche.
Nah, you're fired.
I think that was taken care of.
You're fired. Okay. Harvard professor, this is so messed up. This is so messed up. Harvard professor Roger Fisher proposed implanting nuclear launch codes into a volunteer so that the president would have to kill an innocent person before firing. The Pentagon rejected the idea, fearing the president would not go through with it even if it was absolutely necessary.
Our current one would.
Jesus Christ. You are on a bash tonight, aren't you? Sean is on
Fired.
a bash. He's just... Hang on. Okay.
And so is she.
Yep. A couple sued AC/DC in 1981 for $250,000 because their telephone number is in the song Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. That's an awesome song, by the way.
I want to call that number now.
Resulting in hundreds of prank calls. The song's 36, 24, 36 digits were followed by a hey, which to his clients sounded like an 8.
Hey.
Oh boy.
8.
But you know what? AC/DC, the frontman for AC/DC, they were like Scottish, and he had a very heavy thing. So I mean,
Accent?
I can totally see how people would mistake "hey" for 8.
Highway to hell.
Yeah. Okay. Electric Avenue by Eddie Grant is actually a song about the 1981 Brixton riot in London. There you go. When a then unknown Prince opened up for the Rolling Stones on the first of 2 nights in LA in 1981, the crowd threw beer cans at him, booed him off the stage within the first 20 minutes of his set. He came to stage wearing nothing but bikini briefs and a trench coat.
I'm not sure what to say to that.
I don't know either. So I'm just
I'll
gonna...
just make one of his sounds.
Hee hee. No, that's Michael Jackson. Sorry. Oh, boy. Okay. 1981's Frogger. So Frogger came out in 81. 1981's Frogger has the most ways to die in an arcade game. The frog may be killed in 9 different ways.
9 times.
9 different ways as he crosses streets and rivers on his way home. It includes alligators, cars, snakes, and water.
He's a frog. He belongs in the water.
Cranky Kong is the original Donkey Kong from the 1981 arcade game, and the current modern Donkey Kong was meant to be his son, Donkey Kong Jr., which would make Donkey Kong Jr. Donkey Kong Jr. Jr.
I'm surprised they didn't make a cereal for that one, too.
Oh my fucking god.
I used to love Donkey Kong.
I like Donkey Kong too.
All it was like Captain Crunch.
Yeah. The Go-Go's were the first and to date only all-female band that wrote their own songs, played their own instruments to have an album reach #1 on the Billboard 200 albums chart with their 1981 debut album Beauty and the Beat. We got the beat! We so didn't plan that. That was so awesome.
And Jane from the Go-Go's was also in the Clue.
Yes, she was.
Singing Telegram Girl.
That's right. We're getting down to the end here.
Nitty Gritty.
Nitty Gritty. PBS popular painter Bob Ross served as Master Sergeant in the United States Air Force, one of many positions he said required him to be tough and mean. After leaving in 1981, he said that he had promised himself if he ever left the military, he would never yell again.
Never did on his painting show.
God bless.
Take care.
Take care.
God bless.
God bless.
You're fired.
MTV began on August 1st. The very first video to air was Video Killed the Radio Star by the Buggles. The very second video to air was Pat Benatar, You Better Run.
I wish MTV was like that again, though.
Really?
All videos all the time, and their extra little shows. And
Yep.
it sucks now.
I completely agree with you.
Sucks.
Weird Al Yankovic received a bachelor's degree in architecture at California Polytechnic State University in 1981. He also served as valedictorian of his high school at the age of 16.
Way to go, Al! Woo!
Woo! The Smurfs, created in 1958, the Hanna-Barbera cartoon series brought them to American pop culture. Although many fans think Smurfette was the only female Smurf, there were actually two more.
Wow.
Nanny Smurf and Sassette Smurf.
Sassette Smurf sounds like a slut.
I don't know anything about Sassette.
I don't remember seeing any of those two.
Yeah.
At least the ones I saw on Saturday morning. I just saw a Smurfette.
Due to the limitations of arcade hardware in 1981,
Hard.
Mario was clothed in red overalls and a blue shirt to contrast his arms, body, and the background. His cap was added to avoid drawing hair, forehead, and eyebrows. The large nose and mustache avoided the need to draw a mouth with expressions. So, they just did that so they could hide everything.
There we go. Like this.
That's right.
No. Like this.
So, the big toys, or fads, of 1981, Rubik's Cube, which was a leftover from last year, Donkey Kong, Frogger, He-Man, and the Masters of the Universe.
He-Man.
Yay!
Ah, yeah. That was a good one.
Here are your big box office blockbusters of 1981.
Lay it on us.
From 1 to 10. Raiders of the Lost Ark,
Yes.
On Golden Pond, Superman 2, Arthur, Stripes,
Yes.
Cannonball Run, Chariots of Fire, For Your Eyes Only, The Four Seasons, The Time Bandits. Okay. So, we'll leave you with this. There are top 10 TV shows of 1981. All right?
Ooh, I can't wait.
Number 1,
Yes.
Dallas. I hate Dallas.
Okay, I can wait now.
Number 2, 60 Minutes. I actually like 60 Minutes. I grew up watching it. My grandfather used to have to watch it every Sunday. And so, in turn, my dad has to watch it every Sunday. So, since I like...
Tradition.
Yeah, since I can remember, it's always been 60 Minutes on Sunday. The Jeffersons.
Yeah.
Three's Company. I heard that, by the way.
That's why I'm laughing.
Okay, so
Come and knock on my door.
so the Jeffersons, Three's Company,
We've been
Right.
waiting for you.
Alice. Number 6, Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeehaw!
Number 7, and I love this show.
Yeah.
Too Close for Comfort.
Never saw it.
You what? You've never seen Too Close for Comfort?
No.
Ted Knight.
All right.
He had the puppet, Cosmic Cow,
Oh, yeah.
and he had the 2 daughters who he owned like a duplex, and the daughters lived downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Number 8 was ABC's Monday Night Movie, whatever that may be. Number 9, MASH. I'm on like 10 now. That was 6, dog.
Oh, my phone's slow. I gotta find the window, figure out which one of the 3 tracks that doesn't have a title.
I get you.
This sucks.
And the last one, One Day at a Time.
One day at a time.
Wah, wah, wah.
Did you recently tell me that you had that theme stuck in your head?
I woke up. Sometimes you just wake up with like things in your head. I woke up with the One Day at a Time things. I was like, "This is it," and I'm just walking. I was literally just in the shower, just singing the fucking One Day at a Time. Go on YouTube and look it up, but be very careful because once you hear it, it will stay in your head all day.
I used to watch that show too.
Oh yeah. Okay, so that's us. That's your year in review. That's our show.
Yay!
We'll be back next week. We're coming up on the big 100 episode.
Oh, we can't wait.
You're gonna want
It's gonna be
to.
special.
You're gonna want to listen to that. It's gonna be great. We're probably gonna do like a live YouTube thing. So we'll pimp that out right before.
Pimpin' ain't easy.
It's not. I try. What can I tell you? So I'm gonna shut up now. Sean's got something to tell you. You guys have a great thing. Whatever it is you're doing, have a great thing. I don't know. Well, that's your thing. That's your thing. I'm gonna cut that. So I'm gonna shut up now, and Sean's got something to tell you. Silence from me.
Have a good everything. And if you catch us tonight, enjoy the rest of your Friday the 13th.